Hello students, good afternoon to everyone. In this video we are going to read third part of the essay of friendship written by Francis Bacon. We have read in the last video second fruit of friendship, which is good counsel, and it helps to make the understanding better. And we have also read types of counsel, which is of two sort. First is the best preservative to keep the mind healthy, and second is related to the business. We have also read that how good counsel helps a man to come over from the storm of thoughts and idea. Means whenever a man feels in confusion or he has not any conclusion, then it is only good counsel which makes everything clear, which erases all confusions. So in the last video Bacon presented the situation of a player, of a shooter or a angry man, that how a person feel hesitate or some problem when he have some confusion. So in this video we are going to read that is counsel should be in pieces or not, or if yes, then what is the result of it. So let's start our video. But when all is done, here he is talking about that when storm is over, storm of confusion. But when all is done, the help of good counsel is that which settle business state. It is only good friends' advice which settles everything. Means if there is some problem in calculation, if there is problem in marketing, then good friends' counsel settles everything. Means it helps to give some rest to your mind. And if any man think that he will take counsel, but it shall be by pieces. Here Francis Bacon is telling about different nature of human behavior, that if a man think that he will have counsel, he will have advice, but it shall be from different person, means in pieces. Asking counsel in one business of one man, for example, for one particular problem he will take advice from one particular person, and from another problem he will take advice from some particular another person. It is well, we can say that advices in pieces, it may be good, but he runs to dangers. But through this way, taking advices into pieces, man runs himself into two dangers. First, that he shall not be faithfully counseled. What is first is that whatever advices he will take in pieces from on different persons. We cannot say that all advices will be faithfully, or it is rare thing except it be from a perfect or entire friend, because it is very rare that every person thinks well of you, because it is only perfect or true friend who can think your goodness, who can be your well-wisher. Otherwise if we take every advice from different person and think that all advices will be good, it may have some risk. It is a rare thing, except it be if these advices come from true friends, then it's okay. But if a person takes some advice from some strangers, it is very risky. But such shall be board group some and, means different counsel in different pieces. It may be some sorrowful ends which he has, that he gives. It means advice should be just from or only from a true friend, a person on whom we can trust. Only that person give a good counsel. Otherwise it is very rare thing that unknown person gives you advice which will be right. It's not right to think about it. So here Francis Bacon is saying that advice should not be in the pieces, and if it is in the pieces, then the person should be trustful. The another here we have talked about one risk, and in these lines we are going to read about second risk in taking advices from different persons. The other, that he shall have counsel given hurtful or unsafe. Or in this if we talk about the second risk, what is second risk? If we have differences from other advices from different people, then what's wrong with it? So here Francis Bacon is replying that the other, that he shall have counsel given, the counsel which a person have collected is may be hurtful or unsafe, and mixed partly of mischief and partly of remedy, because uh, a strange person don't know what is your condition, what's the thing running in your mind, going in your mind. So how he can give you or give a person a right advice? It because it depends on the person who is on the mood of the person who is giving counsel. So it may be hurtful or unsafe, or maybe in the mood of mischief or remedy. Even as if you would call a physician, here Francis Bacon is giving an example. For example, you are feeling some disease, or you call a physician or doctor, that it is thought good for the cure, because all men believe that it is good doctor, but he don't know your body, that it is thought good for the cure of the disease you complain of. Means you are feeling some problem in your body and you are calling a doctor, and you think that he is good to cure my disease. So but it is unacquainted with your body, but the doctor which you have called, whom you have called, is not familiar with your body, and therefore may put you in a way for a present cure, and therefore there may be some some temporary solution of your disease. Means he may make you well, he may give you good medicines, but overthrow your health in some other kind. But if he doesn't know about your body, he will create some another risk to your body. So cure the disease and kill the patient. For some time the patient will feel recover, will feel good, but this doctor, this physician will kill the disease, cure the disease, but will kill the patient. Means he will create some another problem in the body. But a friend that who is wholly acquainted with a man's estate will be aware. Means if a friend, if a person have a good friend who is fully very well familiar with the behavior of a person, of another person, will beware by furthering any present business. Means a good friend who knows about you, who knows about your business, who knows about your habits, who knows about your thinking, and who is aware with your business, how he dashed upon another inconvenience, then he will not allow the doctor to keep your body in the risk, and therefore rest not upon scattered counsel. And at the last, Francis Bacon's conclusion is that don't depend upon the scattered counsel. Trust on your faithful counsel, which comes from only and only your best friend. They will rather distract and mislead than settle and direct. And if we think that by taking advices in pieces, we will have many views, different views, and through them we will reach some conclusion, it is not right. They will rather distract and mislead. They will not help to reach a conclusion, but they will distract your target, distract your attention, then settle and direct. After in this para, Francis Bacon is talking about last fruit of friendship, which is third fruit of friendship. And After these two noble fruits of friendship, in which first is peace in the affection and second is support of the judgment, about which we have just read that support of the judgment means good counsel which helps a person to reach on a good judgment. Follows the last fruit. After these two fruits, the last fruit comes, which is like pomegranates, full of many kernels, I mean add, bearing part, and all actions and occasions. Means the third fruit is like pomegranates. Pomegranates, which is covered by a layer, and in the other side there are many kernels, many sweet kernels. Means a good friend is from outside maybe a simple man, but his inner values, his inner merits may help, or in fact may provide a good helps to a person. I mean aid, bearing a part in all actions and occasions. And these kernels, these sweet kernels means these are inner values, these are inner merits which helps in a person, in all the action of a person and all the occasion when he needs it. So in this video we have read that how good counsel helps, and should a person have advice in pieces or not, and what's the Francis Bacon's conclusion or advice that we should not depend on scattered advice because it misleads or distracts our attention rather than settle our problem. And in this video we have also talked about third fruit of friendship, which is like a pomegranate, means which is inner value and hidden values, hidden merits of a friend. Okay, this is our video. Thank you.